This hole in the ground is going to be a greenhouse. It will be a 24 by 48 foot greenhouse. We're going to build the first 3 feet of it underground so that the ground can help moderate the temperatures. It'll help keep it warmer in the winter, help it keep cooler in the summer. The walls will be put up with timbers that'll be up 36 inches high. Then the greenhouse, which will be a commercially built greenhouse, a kit, it'll be made with the polycarbon, and that it'll set right on top on a level base as though it were setting on level ground, and it'll be bolted down. In the greenhouse, we're going to be doing things totally different than what we're doing out here in the open garden. The idea in the greenhouse is we hope to be able to grow food year-round. The greenhouse will have a concrete floor in it. It'll have insulation under the floor, about 2 inches of styrofoam insulation on the floor. Along this side, there'll be a tank about 32 feet long, about 4 foot wide or a little bit less, about 4 foot deep. And in that tank, we're going to be raising tilapia fish. We're going to be growing 3 different ways in this greenhouse. The first way is two of the ways we're going to be using aquaponics, but in half of our aquaponics is going to have beds where it's all continuous flow of water. The beds will be about 30 inches from the floor, which, by the way, will be about ground height to the surroundings. So it'll be the equivalent of having it at that height. The beds will be 4 foot wide. They'll be about 42 foot long, and they'll be about 11 inches deep. Half of those beds like that will have water flowing through them continuously. The whole operation will be pumping about 1,000 gallons an hour. We probably will have about 5,000 gallons in the whole system.
Right.
We're not going to be crowding the system. We're not going to be trying to maximize the fish production. We'll probably be growing about 800 pounds of fish is what we hope for a year, when you could do much more. But because we're still new and learning and don't really know what we're doing, it's a lot easier to do less than the system can do instead of crowding it. In the other half of the 4 foot high, 4 foot wide grow beds, they're going to be filled with gravel, and the gravel will be flooding and then draining continually. So water will still be coming in it all the time, 24/7, 365. But when it comes in, as soon as it gets filled, there'll be a mechanism that doesn't require electricity, and it'll allow the water to drain. All the water that drains from everywhere makes its way back to the fish tank. Then on the other side, on the north third of the greenhouse, we're going to be growing things in soil. Some things I think probably taste better if they've grown in soil, especially tomatoes. Tomatoes more than anything, but
right.
Maybe peppers and some different things like that. So we're going to be growing three different ways. We hope in the next 60 to 90 days to have this up and running. We're going to be heating the system a couple of different ways, and we'll talk more about that on other videos. But just for now, we're going to have a wood-burning furnace over there that's a real high-tech furnace that's really energy efficient, and that'll be making hot water that flows through PEX tubing in the floors. We'll probably have about 2,000 linear feet of tubing that runs all through the floors, and it'll keep that floor exactly the same temperature all year long. Some of the tubes won't be under the floor. Some of the tubes will be under the fish tanks. So we'll have the ability to warm up the water only in the fish tanks, or the ability to warm up the floor only, or do them both. And so we appreciate your watching. We hope you'll follow us. We'll do our best to give you something worthwhile and worth seeing and entertaining. God bless you.